and welcome back to another one of my videos. Thank you guys for joining me again. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, hit the like button, and make sure you leave me a comment in the comments section because I read all of my comments. So, how are you guys doing? It seems like world news has just exploded since my last video. So thank you guys for checking out my last video, which was a box opening of my new Nintendo Switch. I am completely obsessed with it, and I will say I have pretty much been playing it every spare moment I get. Right now it's on the dock charging so I can go at it again later. But I did want to film a video and just chat with you guys and check in and see how y'all are doing. Today I have with me Trevor James, and as you can see, he's still in his wintry cool weather outfit, so we're going to put something more summery on him. The weather has definitely taken a drastic turn in Louisiana along with allergies. It has gotten really warm and muggy and sometimes rainy, and hopefully we're working our way towards spring weather. So this is the outfit I'm going to put on him today. I do think I adopted these little pieces secondhand from a Reborn Dog clothing sale on Instagram a while back. So thanks so much, Tori. I do think I got these pieces from her. I be doing too much shopping, y'all. Can't even remember where I got stuff. But I know it was secondhand. Super cute. It just says Little Baby Bear on it. And I really like these muted color tones. And it just has the matching mustard yellow striped shorts. I do have a little crib cap with the cute travel theme on it with matching mittens, but I'm not sure if he's going to wear those or not. We'll see how it looks with the outfit. So let's get to changing little Trevor here as we chat. So if you guys haven't been under a rock, which most of the time I am, you probably haven't seen in the news, the media, local papers about the COVID-19 coronavirus. So that is what's on everybody's mind lately. And to be honest, it's on my mind as well. Like, in all seriousness, I'm glad people are taking precautions and taking it serious for the most part. It may not seem like a really drastic pandemic at the moment, but I do feel like if people aren't careful and they just sweep it under the rug, then it very well could be very quickly. So, from a government standpoint, I'm glad local and national government is doing the best that they can to get everything under control, get medical relief for those who need it. At the moment, there is no cure for this particular virus. They're hoping that people's immune systems just ride it out if they can take it. But for the most part, it's kind of left up to us to follow the mandates and make sure everybody does their part so it can stay contained and hopefully die out and go away. Which I try to stay prayed up, you guys. Like, the world is just so full of so many things that we as humans can't do anything about, but I do feel like each person can do a little bit of something to help their neighbor, and collectively, if we care about one another, then things can happen, things can change. So I do believe in that. But as we all know, not everybody thinks like that. Not everybody thinks about their neighbor, their fellow man. But currently, in the time of crisis, it's really important to try and, think outside yourself. Think about your family, your friends, your co-workers, because this thing is way bigger than us. And already local governments are getting kind of overwhelmed. So if you guys didn't know, I do live in Louisiana. And this week, well, the end of last week into this week alone, it's like over 170 cases, 250 some tests that have been done, and not even confirmed yet. But I have a feeling the number of confirmed cases is just gonna skyrocket once they do get results back. But even with all that being said, my concern is really with companies and their employees. Because unless you have a high-paying job, you own your own business, or you're a salaried worker, you don't really have too many benefits. So I'm blessed to be able to be under a salary and have some kind of support when it comes to this virus. If I have to take days off from work or work remotely from home, that's an option for me. But for most working America, that is not an option, and I do worry about it. I do hope that federal government can get something together for families that will need that financial support, because it's being able to just not go to work if you're sick is most often not an option for a lot of people. And it was like that for me as well at a time. Once upon a time, not too long ago. You don't work, you don't get paid. So I'm really hoping that the government can do something for the people who are going to suffer the most, because it's literal financial suicide by just up and deciding not to go to work. Because guess what? These mortgage companies, they still want their payment. They don't care if you got coronavirus or your business is closed. They don't care. These electricity bills still need to get paid. That water bill still need to get paid. So unless y'all giving away free utilities and stopping mortgage payments for the meantime, until then, people are still gonna go to work, especially if their job still requires it. And I do feel like it'll get to a point where employers will start threatening their workers. Like, if you don't come to work, well, you won't have a job. And that won't be the first time that I've heard things like that before. Like during natural disaster times, a lot of employers will be like, well, we got a business to run, and if you want to get paid, you better show up to work. They really don't care what's going on in your life. They just want to make sure that their business stays afloat. And it really sucks. But given that it's a state of national emergency, I'm hoping the government can make some kind of exception for the people of the US of A. And I just want to stop and appreciate how cute Trevor looks in this little onesie. He's so adorable. But my prayers are with you guys who are possibly up against some uphill battles when it comes to your employer, or possibly you've already been dismissed and kind of sent home without any real plan for finances. My prayers are definitely with you guys. I know if my mom was still working, she would probably be in the same situation. Thankfully, she retired last year, and she doesn't have that in particular to worry about. But I know it's still a worry of a lot of people. But yeah, other than that, for myself, I'm just worried about my own health. because of course they didn't put out little tidbits of information on like the virus, symptoms to look out for, people who are most at risk with underlying health issues. And being that I have really bad asthma, it's always at the back of my mind with anything, with any activity, whether I exercise or go to a particular area that's going to have like plants and pets. My asthma is always on my mind because I don't want to trigger it for it to go off. I don't go to clubs because a lot of people smoke. I don't go to the casinos because of the smoking. It's just not good for my asthma. And in the last couple years, I could say it's been pretty good. I've been managing it really well. But usually around this time, like flu season, allergy season, it could really throw me for a loop. And the number one thing I always get is bronchitis with the constant coughing and all of that. And that's always a concern for it not to turn into pneumonia with me. And from what I've been hearing, this particular virus is like super pneumonia. And I just don't know how that would go if I was to catch it. So I'm praying that I do not, and that all of my fellow employees or co-workers that I work with, hopefully they stay healthy as well so I don't catch anything. So yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna go. They're making it seem like they're trying to shut down as much activity as possible between businesses and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I'll be working from home next week or not. I have taken precautions for myself in the process of trying to get some type of doctor's note so I can work from home, because I honestly cannot take any chances. So yeah, I am praying for the best for all of us, myself included, and I hope all my Dolly friends out there are doing well and being safe. I know it's no fun being cooped up in the house, but trust me, the alternative is far, far worse. I would say take this time to really spend time with your family. Life gets so busy. Having quality time with your family, your kids, your spouse can be really hard in this day and age. Stay off your smartphones if you can. I know we're checking the news all the time, but it's not going to help. It's just going to stress you out more. So I would definitely take this time to, if you can, to just spend time with your family, your loved ones, connect, tell stories, share old family pictures, cook together. There's things that we can do. People are making it seem like it's just the worst thing in the world to be stuck inside. I don't think you're necessarily confined inside. You can still go on a walk or, visit a park if they're not closed. It's just the idea of big congregations of people together, like parties and clubs and things, that's kind of prohibited right now. But definitely take the time to spend with your family if you can. Have movie nights, game nights with your family. Like, can you imagine a whole night of game nights, karaoke, movies? It sounds like a legit staycation. So there is ways that you can still be entertained while you're quarantined or distancing yourself from people. And yeah, that's my little word of advice. That's what I would do if I was confined home right now, which may be soon. Yeah, so I hope all of you guys stay safe and be well. And that's the end of my video. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.